Alright boys, what is going on? We are back. This is probably going to be the final update to the build video. A lot's gone into the character. Got a lot to go over. We've got some hidden techniques to show you. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do it one-to-one, but I'll tell you when to pay attention and you can just imitate it. And yeah, Monk, you already know. We're level 97 now. Yeah, I'll go over the tree a little bit later, but we got the headhunter going. We got some gloves. These need the funny thing to happen to them. These also need the funny thing to happen to them. I want to get the character like super GG'd before I get silly on all my items, but we finally got ourselves res capped with everything, and yeah, we're big chillin'. We've got 9,479 energy shield. We pretty much never die unless we make like a really bad mistake. The rarity is at 122 right now, and we've got a funny quiver too. But we're gonna go over all the gear later. I'm just gonna jump in and do a little map display. Where's a good one with some decent quant? This one's pretty chill. Alright, let's get this going. This is the point where you pay attention. About to put you onto some crazy stuff. But yeah, the character is very good. I'm happy with where it's at right now. And yeah, we're flying. We're blasting. It has no issues. I'll show a Zesh kill in here too, just so you can see what like the top end damage potential is. But yeah, the clear is ridiculous. The character is fast. It's got a headhunter, so you already know. If you've used a headhunter before, you know how broken it is. But yeah, we're just gonna get a little gameplay display in and figure out how to occupy this dead space while I yap. I might just overlay this entire audio with me yapping about the character in a better way. But the only upgrade we have left to do is our jewels. We still haven't gotten any jewels. Our jewels are all terrible. We're on a twin bow still. We're doing all of this with a twin bow. The same twin bow from the short that we got for like I think it was one div, then we put a div into it, and then we fractured it and gambled +4 on the suffix. That is the same bow that we're using right now. So, character's obviously really insane on a budget. You don't need to solve for spirit, because you just take it from your ascendancy. You don't need to solve for pen. You don't need a flow in your lightning arrow. The Rockiatus flow support, you don't need that. And yeah, it has like 0 issues. I wouldn't change anything about it. It's everything I want in a character. It's pretty broken. But yeah, this should be good for the gameplay display. I'll have a boss kill in here too, just so you know what we're working with. But yeah, we're gonna get this section out of the way and jump into like the actual breakdown of the character. So enjoy. Okay, we're gonna wait for our headhunter buffs to expire. I'm just gonna go over the damage combo while we're here. Basically, put down a bunch of these. You try to land one of your tornado shots inside of your lightning rods, and then you're gonna pop your barrage and click the floor. That's the combo. If your tornado shot misses, just shoot another one. It's obviously 2 and 3 that it lands where you want it to. Like this one wouldn't have landed in the middle. This one wouldn't have landed in the middle. Neither with that one. Neither with that one. You can get unlucky, but we're gonna get it first try because yeah, it's the video. Of course we get it first try. Stack these up. Wait for buddy to spawn in. First try, dub. And if you do a little bit more damage than me, he insta dies, but it's like just shy of a one shot. If we would have gotten one more crit, he would have gotten blown up. But yeah, that's the combo. Not even sure if I put down as many lightning rods as I should have, but it doesn't really matter. It does disgusting damage. And then we're gonna get into the gear. I'll just jump right into the gear. Yeah, so shortcut. I'll see you in a second. Alright, we're back. Gear and tree. So yeah, let's just jump into the support gems right away. I'll explain why. Minion Pact, because we have CI. A lot of people misunderstand how this works. This does interact with your Roa, irrespective of whether or not you're using CI or not. It takes 150% of your maximum life from a nearby minion to deal 35% more damage. This works alongside Brutus Brain. A lot of people aren't aware of that. I'm just going to display it for you so that you know. This does not mean that it is immune to damage. Brutus Brain reads that supported skills cannot be damaged. That does not mean that it is not immune to damage. That does not mean that it's immune to damage. I'm going to show that by unspecking CI. And,
time to refocus.
Yep, we'll just do that. Unspec. So, get my well back. As long as the row is near you, by the way, this has Brutus Brain in it. If you look at his health bar here, or you look at his health bar here, you can drain his life. So, when you spec CI, the reason people think it doesn't work is because, let's just respec it. Every time I'm clicking with CI, this 150% of your maximum life is rounding down because 150% of 1 is 1.5 and the decimal would round down. So you're actually only dealing 1 damage to your Roa over and over and over and over. And you would have to cast this for like a disgustingly long time to notice that your Roa is losing health. Also, this doesn't matter if you're riding the Roa or not. I'll get on top of the Roa too and show you. We're just going to continue to cast this over and over and over until you can notice his health bar going down. But obviously this thing has like thousands of life, and you would have to cast your lightning arrow like who knows how many times to see a difference in health bar. Also, mine's only level 14 and I keep it low level just to display this on the stream. But I just use all of my skills that drain his life, and if you look at the top left now, you can probably notice that his life bar is not at full. If I jump off the Roa, it might be a little bit easier to see. But yeah, he's not at full life. And we are benefiting from the Minion Pact. But yeah, Minion Pact is broken. There are maps that you'll get into where if your character's a little underpowered, you'll notice that your Roa is missing like 25% of its life. You have to click an unholy amount of times to see the difference. And if you stop casting for a second, his little sliver of life will go back up, and then you gotta restart the chain all over again. But Minion Pact is broken. It's the single best source of damage outside of the Rakiata's Flow. A lot of people have questions about it. It's really good. It doesn't reflect in your tooltip, but Minion Pact is insane. Rapid attacks, obviously better attack speed. Elemental armaments, we're getting LA attack damage everywhere. Deliberation, if you're on the Roa, or you're doing the funny tech that we showed you, Deliberation is never affecting you negatively. Nova Projectiles shoots more projectiles out. This is going to slash your tooltip, but trust me, it's better damage. Just play with it, test it. We've got probably over 100k if you were to include Minion Pact, but just slash it by 40% less damage. Doesn't really matter. It's not that important. Trust me when I say it's broken. Like, the way that it interacts with your skill, you're just shooting more arrows to chain more of your lightning rods on the ground. It's ridiculous. Also, it plays really well into the quiver that we're going to show. But lightning rod, same thing. Minion Pact, conk area, elemental focus, elemental armaments too, delib. You can also put pinpoint crit on here if you're interested in it. I haven't noticed a difference in damage, but it's probably better just because it works well with your ascendancy. But yeah, pinpoint crit instead of delib is probably not a bad idea. I wouldn't swap out conk area though, because this tightens your spread. Alright, we're gonna go over the row amount nonsense. So yeah, if you're on the Roa, this, enable this, and now you can benefit from both. The game thinks you're still on the Roa, even though you aren't. So things like delib are not negatively affecting you. You might ask what the point of this is. You can still roll, and if you can still roll, that means you can dodge damage, and you can also sprint. So yeah, you get all the benefits of being on the you-know-what without being on the you-know-what. And we keep Brutus Brain in here because we have this guy out for the majority of the map, and we don't want him dying. Other people use the ant. It uses more spirit, so it's up to you. It's 48%, somebody said in my chat today. I haven't fact-checked it. I haven't went and caught the ant. Don't interact with the ant personally, so I don't know if it's good or not. You can try the ant if you like. But yeah, Barrage, Second Wind, 3 heightened charges. Straightforward. We've got a Blasphemy debuff. I get asked questions about this all the time. There just isn't a better curse to put in here. I don't want to slow anything down with temp chains because I want it to run to me quicker so it can die faster. This also plays into the quiver, which we'll go over, but we're not always critting, so lowering resistances of the monsters around you is good, because we crit like 34% of the time or something, 33% of the time. Heightened Curse, Cold Mastery, Magnified Area 2, Curse Ground. This doesn't actually do anything. You can just remove that. Ignore that one. We were testing it out. Herald of Thunder, Conk Area, Elemental Armaments 2, Lightning Mastery, Long Shot 2, Elemental Focus. You could probably swap out Lightning Mastery with something better, but we do enough damage. I haven't had to worry about that in a while. Tornado Shot, this is this thing that interacts with your Lightning Rods. Yeah, it makes your damage combo happen faster. It doesn't actually give you more damage, it just makes the chain happen quicker. Overabundance, so that you can get 2 of these instead of 1. If you unspec the Overabundance, it'll shoot as many as you have projectiles, but only 1 will stay. So that takes away your skill effect duration. Rapid attacks, because why not? And this gets you your skill effect duration back. So this one's multiplicative. Actually, they both are, but yeah, this one tries to offset that. Minion Pact II, because why not? We just had a support thrown there. There's no reason not to, I guess. Wind Dancer, this is purely defensive. We actually have no evasion, but what this does is when you're playing and you've got a bunch of Herald of Thunder stacks, you hit a little Wind Dancer when you take damage, and it will lightning bolt everything around you that gets hit by the knockback. Magnified Area, Blind, Maim. This is purely defensive. There isn't a better use of 30 Spirit that I could find. If you can find out how to chain the Heralds with the armor break stuff, I hear that's pretty okay. But I really like that if I'm going to get hit, it's just going to lightning bolt everything around me for 25,000 damage. And if you have a Headhunter, that's even better. So that's a support gem setup. I'm not changing anything in Lightning Arrow. I don't use the flow. We don't need the flow. But yeah, that's the combo we got going on. The only thing I would consider changing is maybe taking out D-Lib and throwing in something like Pinpoint Crit. But yeah, outside of that, this is all good. This is all set up. This is all good. The boar, if you didn't know, haste or hasted. We have a video. You can catch this in Act 3. The Infested Barrens, Troubled Camp. You just reset it over and over and over until you get a haste or a hasted boar, and you're good to go. Alright, I know I already mentioned in the video, but I figured I might as well show you so I don't have to refer you to a different link and make you jump all over the place. You're going to the Infested Barrens in Act 3 to get this boar. I'll just cut to the spot where he's at, but it's like the Troubled Camp with the checkpoint and the vendor. Don't do this in the Jungle Ruins, do this in the Infested Barrens. There's a similar one in the Jungle Ruins. It's not the same though. You probably have to disable your Wind Dancer and Herald of Thunder to not accidentally kill all these monsters. But I'll show you how the Tame Beast gem works the second I find this. So unless it's right around this corner, I'm just gonna cut into the spot where it's at. Alright, BRB. Alright, this is the section. Ignore this guy. We're gonna reset. This guy has nothing to do with it. He also happens to be a rare boar, but this is the farmable section. What you're gonna do is you're gonna bind your Tame Beast gem to whatever button you're comfortable with. You're gonna continually run down this little lane over here. My game froze. Okay. You're gonna continually run down this little lane over here until you see this boar. You can kill the antlion. He dies. Kill him so you don't have to worry about him. You're gonna continually reset this over and over until this says where his mods are. At the top, you see where it says Beast, Temporal Bubble Breaks Armor. You need that to say Haste Aura at the top and Hasted. So both of the terms are gonna have haste in them. Haste Aura and Hasted. A lot of people have accidentally caught and Hinder Aura Hasted. You need Haste Aura and Hasted. The Haste Aura makes you move and attack faster, and the Hasted makes him move and attack faster so he can keep up with you in the map. So if you don't get him like we did right here, you're just going to go reset at your checkpoint, and then you're just going to run right back around this corner, and you're going to check him. So this one is Extra Fizz, Cold Resist. You're going to restart again. And you just have to do this until you get the one that you want. And for the sake of the video, I'm just going to assume that this is the time that I got it. You're going to press R or whatever you bound it to. And once he has this little wispy effect, you're going to kill him. And then he's going to turn into a companion gem instead of a Tame Beast gem. And yeah, obviously I'm not going to use this one because it's horrendous. And you're looking for Haste Aura and Hasted. But once you've caught one here, You have to reset this instance. If you're a new player and you're not sure how to reset an instance, you can teleport back to your town, or you can click on the door to get into a new area. We'll just show you how to do it with the waypoint. But if you've caught the monster, or if you accidentally kill the monster, you don't have to wait 15 minutes for the instance to reset. You instead have to wait 15 minutes for this loading screen because they're egregiously long this league. I want to wrap this up as soon as possible, so it'd be great if it would just work. Thank you. And we're going to go over here, go to your little waypoint. You can also go back to your hideout, same thing. You're going to hold control and you're going to click here and you're going to click this new button. You click this new button, you go to the infested barrens and you go find the troubled camp again and you can reset your farm. So keep that in mind. That's how you do that, and you can infinitely farm this until you get a better one than haste or hasted. You could get haste or hasted and 2 additional modifiers, but that's how you do that. So now you don't have to go watch the other video on how to do it. All right, bow. We got this for 2 div. Okay, we got it for 1 div, and then we put a div into it, and then we fractured it, and then we +4'd it with a battle essence. Pretty good. So we didn't craft it from scratch, but you can get a way better one. I'm pretty sure everybody watching this video has a better bow than me, but it doesn't matter because you saw my damage, and we're doing all the hardest content in the game effortlessly. So twin bow too. It's not even a Gemini. But the most important stats on this: bow attacks fire an additional arrow. If you can get 2 additional arrow on a Gemini, it's even better. The critical hit chance, really important. Flat fizz, increased fizz, as high of tier as you can get. And then the third mod for your prefix is like whatever. A lot of people like hybrid fizz, because it's going to convert back into lightning through your skill, through your lightning arrow. 40% of fizz converted to lightning damage. A lot of people like flat lightning because you take wildstorm in your tree. Increased elemental damage with attacks is also good. There's a companion one that's also good. But because of this new tech that we showed you, where we're jumping off the Roa and doing all the funny stuff, you're actually not in presence of your companion as often as you'd like to be. So keep that in mind. There are multiple usable prefixes for the third one, but the first 2 pretty much always want to be flat fizz, % increased fizz. Yeah, so hybrid, lightning, increased LE damage. Depends on what rings you have. Increased LE damage is a lot better when you've got good rings, good glove prefixes, but yeah, whatever. And then +4 of all attack skills, attack speed, onslaught. All of those are good for suffix instead of yeah, +4. You could try some of those out. Rings, straightforward, triple flat. The resistances I need, rarity. This one, it has a prefix rarity because we actually couldn't cap our character. We don't have tier 1 LE reses on helmet and chest or boots, so we had to get an all LE somewhere, and we opted for it on the ring. We kept all the rarity we could get. You could do way more damage than me if you swap this out. Yeah, we're wasting a prefix on rarity because we didn't gear efficiently enough, but eventually these boots will get swapped out for better ones. This helmet will get swapped out for a better one, and the chest will get swapped out for a better one, and we won't have to use a rarity prefix with an all LE suffix. But yeah, we got the 100% increased effective socketed items on the gloves with triple flat, attack speed, crit bonus. You do not need these. I had a pair that didn't have the 100% increased effective socketed items. We were still one-shotting everything. It's just nice. The attack speed is a nice little touch. But you could put fizz in these as well. It's pretty good. That guy bought a quiver. Let's go. Looking out. 50 movement speed boots. You could get better ones in these too. These could both use a third socket. A viewer crafted this for us. Real one. A viewer crafted our boots for us too. But yeah, he crafted it for under 20 div. It's glob defenses, increased max energy shield, increased energy shield from equipped body armor. That mod actually outscales flat energy shield if you have a energy shield chest that's a vial robe. So keep that in mind, that we are essentially getting more flat from this than we would from a regular flat mod. +3 proj, double crit. Ancient Aegis, really good. Aegis, not sure. 60% increased energy shield from equipped body armor. The Anoint is dirt cheap, like very cheap, and yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. There's probably better ones, but we're like manually taking Patient Barrier and Melding, and those are the ones that people look at. You could get offensive ones. You could consider something like Overwhelming Strike, Tainted Strike, There was another one that somebody mentioned the other day that was really nice, like for movement speed. I think it was spray and pray. Yeah, spray and pray, 50% increased attack damage while moving, 8% reduced movement speed penalty from using skills while moving. This one seems pretty good. Yeah, there are options. We're not doing Subterfuge Mask. We don't want evasion. I think evasion's really bad this league. Acrobatics is kind of mid. But yeah. What else? Kadiros. It's broken. Don't know what to tell you. It's not going to affect your tooltip. I get asked about it every single day. We'll just briefly go over Crescendo. You don't get to choose which arrows get shot out. We shoot 7 projectiles. All of these have a different Kadiros arrow fired from them. This also does not scale with increased quiver bonus because these are not quiver specific. These are arrow specific. It says each arrow fired. These aren't like lined out on the quiver to be scaled from. So keep that in mind that these nodes do not work with it. Master Fletching and Wrapped Quiver do not work with it, as far as I know. But, yeah, it's very specific to each arrow fired. Crescendo arrows chain 6 additional times and deal 60% increased damage for each time they've chained. This is disgusting, and this is why our clear looks like it looks. I will never go back to a rare quiver on this character. Crescendo is, like, disgusting for clear. Splinter is also disgusting. Splintering arrow split towards 6 targets. Gross. Just absolutely gross for your clear. These two alone, like, hard carry the clear. Reversing is also really nice, so everything gets pierced. It pierces all targets and returns. So you'll pierce target 1 and kill it, and it'll come back and kill target 3, 4, 5 from the pack. Really broken. Diamond, this obviously works with our Ascendancy. All hits with diamond arrows are critical hits with 60% increased critical damage bonus. So obviously that works with Sunder My Enemies, which is getting us past the LA resistances so we don't have to use the flow. The Rakiata's flow support. Covetous arrows just give you rarity. Like, this is disgusting. Enemies killed with covetous arrows drop items with 60% increased rarity. Somebody said that if your Herald is doing a ton of damage and your Herald is like stealing kills from you, then covetous arrows aren't doing anything. There's no way to measure that. That's impossible to measure. If you're doing enough damage, you're one-shotting everything. So maybe your covetous arrow doesn't do enough damage to kill all the time. You don't get to benefit from this as often as you'd like to. But when you've got a headhunter and your tooltip in game says 320,000, and you don't have a quiver equipped that's scaling that, and you have a twin bow, I don't think that's true. But somebody threw it out there. It was an interesting point. Blunt arrow is also very underrated. You're pretty much stunning everything. Like Omniphobia and Kosis and all my maps just get perma-stun locked. They can't do anything. If they don't instantly get one shot, they just get stunned to death. I'm so lazy now that I don't even use a lightning rod to kill those guys. I just click lightning arrow and they get stunned in like 3 clicks. But yeah, the only stat that matters on this is obviously the attack speed. You can corrupt it for some funny stuff, but yeah, it's like 1 div. It's pretty broken. And yeah, obviously Headhunter. We sniped this for 84 div, 85 div. Disgusting snipe. Max increased energy shield, corrupt. Disgusting. We're never replacing this. We obviously don't need the max life and we don't need the strength. Just make sure that if you're going to buy a Headhunter, you get one that has a minimum 2 charm slots, because you get a free charm slot from campaign in this area of Act 2 right here. This medallion redemption thing in the Valley of the Titans gives you 1 charm slot. You do not want a 1 charm slot Headhunter unless you are playing Ritualist. And if you're playing Ritualist, you're probably not on this video. But yeah, the chest, in a perfect world, this is triple flat and not double flat, and the lightning is higher, and then we can swap out this ring. But yeah, can't complain about the gear. Helmet, double flat, and rarity. This could be way better too. This could use a 3rd socket. We'd like to upgrade the bow. We'd like to upgrade the one of the charms here. Probably this one. You get a wild charm, whatever the cat charm is called. The cat, what's it called? I don't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about though. The Rite of Passage. Rite of Passage. We want the cat one. The stag one's also pretty good, so if you drop one, just use it. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, we dropped the life flask because we're not using chevrons anymore. Chevrons is still really good if you want to use it before you get your Headhunter. I'll show you what Shav we were rocking. This is the one we had 18% increased max energy shield. It's a seamless swap in from the Shav to the Headhunter. You just gotta unspec some of your Dex points into Int when you swap, or Int points into Dex. Don't remember which one it was, but yeah, make sure this has 2 charm slots. If you use this, you should use the Life Flask, and if you're going to use the Shav, you need a Life Flask that has instant heal. Specifically this modifier right here. And what this will do is, yeah, it's pretty much just like Eternal Youth from last league, where you can heal your energy shield. On a Shav, you never die, by the way. Like, with this item on, you are never dying, ever. Like, you could be the worst player of all time, you throw this on, and you spam that Life Flask 6 times, and you instantly heal from 1,000 life back to 9,400, so really, really broken. I'm gonna go over the tree now. These are our defensive points here. We've spent points to get defenses here and up here. We picked up Convalescence because we no longer can heal our energy shield, so this gives us a 2-second energy shield recharge delay. And it doesn't heal very fast, but we don't get hit very often because we just kill everything. So we're picking up Mindful Awareness, Step Like Mist, Shimmering for move speed, Acceleration for move speed and skill speed. Frazzled out damages pretty much everything for 4 points with the magnitude of shock that you get. It's a 30, 15, 15, 15 on the way there for 4 points. We do like 43 shock mag, I think, or something. Really disgusting. We have an extra little point here that we're taking this companion damage node. Don't sleep on this. It's pretty good for 1 point. But yeah, everything here is straightforward. We're always on full life, so we're benefiting from Killer Instinct 24/7. Melding is disgusting. Insightfulness is alright. Alternatively, you could drop Insightfulness if you don't have int problems, and you could come over here and pick up Dampening Shield for 3 points, and you also get a 15% increased energy shield recharge rate node on the way there, and then that would let you drop this point right here that you need for the Never Get Stunned tech with CI. If you're not aware, if you run CI and this node, you will never get stunned off of your Roa. It is literally impossible. There are only 2 moves in the game that can knock you off of your Roa. One of them is from the boss in the dig site. He has a slam move that is like designed to knock you off the Roa, and then in Act 4, the final boss can knock you off of your Roa with an animation. That's the only way to get knocked off. It's not an intended interaction as far as I know, but yeah, really broken. Obviously we're picking up the crit nodes here. Inspiring Ally, one of the best notables in the game. Absolutely disgusting OP. Coming Calamity, really good, really strong. We could pick up Cooked, but we lose some energy shield. It's not really worth it for the damage. I'm kind of one-shotting everything anyways. If I was going to do that, I'd probably drop Concussive Attack. Might even unspec these 3 to get some extra points. Come snag this and maybe pick up some movement speed here. We thought about it, but yeah, I'm going to go over my jewels now. By the way, these are only jewels that I've dropped, so these are shit. Critical hit chance, some max lightning res, magnitude of ailments, companion damage. 3 of these mods are good. The max lightning res is pointless, but yeah, obviously they're like mid-rolled. They're not really that good. This one, crit, attack speed, companion damage, dead stat evasion rating. We tried on that one to get something good, but that one's not very good either. Attack damage, increase attack damage with bows, attack speed with bows. This one is horrible, with some days on hit. This one is really bad. And then this is our best one up here. We've got max energy shield, crit, recover 2 mana on kill. You need a Sapphire with mana on kill to get the build online. You can no longer just take gain mana on kill on one of your rings or your gloves because the suffixes are too competitive. So make sure you get a Sapphire with recover 2% mana on kill. Mine is only giving me like 13 mana per kill, but trust me when I say it's enough. You don't need any more than that. And it's not worth getting it on a ring or your gloves because the suffixes are way too competitive. Like, these should be your suffixes in a perfect world. And this should be lightning, fire, and rarity in a perfect world. So keep in mind that you need one of these. Also, the max energy shield is just disgusting. Magnitude of ailments is just disgusting. It works with shock. Critical hit chance is good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The character is insane. We have like only a couple more upgrades to get, and then it's pretty much GG'd. But alternatively, this is a great node over here, Critical Exploit. Somebody threw around the idea of Mystic Stance today in stream. It's also pretty solid. I don't think it's better than Convalescence for the point investment. But yeah, that's the character. Trying to think of what else I could possibly be forgetting. Oh yeah, make sure you don't get stats on any of your gear. You really don't need it anymore. I don't have stats anywhere except my headhunter. So I don't have plus to anything anywhere. You do not need it this league, like at all, with this tree at least. And yeah, I'm picking up ingenuity to make that all possible, but it's 1 point to problem solve, and you get this int point on the way anyways, which is an 8 instead of a 5 because we're getting patient barrier. So yep, that's what we got going on. The character is S+ tier. It's pretty insane. What else? For 4 points you can go pick up alternating current. It's pretty good. It's got some shock mag on the way. It's worse than frazzled in every way, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else. I feel like I covered pretty much everything. If you're using a rare bow, or a rare quiver, pardon, and you don't want to use Kadiros, you want to make sure that you have flat fizz, flat lightning, increased damage with bow skills, double crit, and attack speed or +2 proj. Keep an eye out for that. You want that on a visceral base or a primed base. But yeah, we haven't used a rare quiver in a really long time. I don't think it's worth it. But that's all I can really think of. I don't want to make this video too long. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I feel like I covered pretty much everything. Oh, the reason that we use only a mana flask is because you get more charges if you don't have a life flask. And obviously we don't use life flask because we can't heal our health, and we don't use the Chevron satchel anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Might be able to mess around with Blasphemy and change something else. Not a fan of Enfeeble, and I'm not a fan of Temp Chains. So this only does like 5% LE resistance reduction to your Pinnacle content, but for the rest of your game, it's pretty good. This is really good at stomping on your rare monsters and your magic monsters in your maps. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, drop them below. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. We just hit 1,000 subs on Twitch again. You guys are goated. And I hope you enjoy the build. If you have any questions, please, please, please drop them below. I'll get to every question. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. You guys are amazing. Later.